Hello crafters, welcome to Create at Home with G and today's video. Do you remember this card that I made? I'm not sure if I'm going to put these videos out the same week. I might well do that, so if that's the case then you only saw this card a few days ago. Right, I've tried the card a few more times and I think I'm going to get it right. Now, so I'm going to do the card with you again. I hope you will indulge me, but I really like this card and I really want to kind of bring it to fruition, bring you the video where we get the desired effect. I'm going to use the same stamp set and I'm going to be using the same browns, but what I need to do is I need to look at the lightest one, which is probably the walnut ink. I've got my Stag here, and it's a 5x7 card base, just to make you aware, and my insert is slightly smaller than that. So do an 1/8 of an inch or two or a 1/16 of an inch, is up to you. I'm going to do it so my Stag is almost in the middle, and I've put this on lots of lint, so I'm hoping it peels up pretty easily. Okay, and I'm going to use the walnut stain, and we're going to put the sun back in, and we're going to use the walnut stain. And what I'm going to do is using my trusty rough book, as I like to call it, I'm not going to take the colour all the way around. I'm going to concentrate the colour in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to peel off the sun, and then I'm going to look at my chart that I made previously, and the darkest brown I have is the vintage photo. So I'm going to use the vintage photo, and we are going to stamp out our trees. I'm going to be quite conscious of where I stamp here, because I want the tree line to be just about, I'd say, 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch from the bottom. Okay, I like that. And then what I'm going to do is, using one of my, I'm going to use the brown, and I'm just going to give a hint of shadowing. And this is just a set. I can't even remember. I got these. I think I got these online. I can't remember. You know when you have, craft supplies and then you don't know where you get things from because you've got so much of it. Well, you've had them for such a long time. You don't remember where you purchase things from. Okay, now let's take away our Stag. And I think what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to round these corners. Got my photo, but I need my 1/2 inch corner jumper. I'm going to round these corners. So this is kind of take 2. I think that's what I'll name the video as well. So if you haven't seen my first video with this particular card design, I will link it so it pops out now, and I'll also have it at the end for you to check it out. Okay, now let's take up our sticker, and I'm hoping that I've put enough lint on him that he's not going to interfere with our paper too much. So, oh, it caught there. Okay, so if you are going to recreate this craft, just try and use a adhesive that's not overly sticky. Okay, but the idea is, because the legs kind of go off the edge of the page, it no longer looks like he's just in the middle of nowhere. It actually gives it some sort of depth. Because with this one here, I went in afterwards and kind of shaded in, but it's just like he's floating, and I wasn't very happy with that. So, do I want to ink the edges? Do I want to pop this up? Right, I need to put our sentiment back on there. And last time we used the Grateful sentiment from one of May's new stamp sets, but today I'm going to use the Blessings. And I think we're going to use the Acorn again. I do like the way that, and I do like having the multi-tones of all the browns. I wonder if I should put it on some cardstock. Coming out from this side. Let's have a look. Let's stamp it. And then let's see. Okay, and I'm going to just cut it. I may want to mat this as well. Let me put it on some brown. And I'm just going to cut it with my scissors. I don't normally do that, but it's good to cheat every now and then. Right, do I want that there like that? Is it too thick? Do I need to make it smaller? Crafters, I think that was off screen. I just stamped it again and made it smaller. I think that's way too wide. Yeah, I like that better. I'm going to pop this up on some foam tape. Okay, so we're going to have that there. And do I want to add some of these little... I've been using these little enamel dots that I also got from May. They just add something. You don't have to do this, but I do like to add a bit of dimension if I can. There's no rhyme or reason for them. You just do what makes you happy. Okay, there we go. And I think that one works much better because his feet are at the bottom and it just kind of blends into the white. So I like that one much better. But here is the first one from take 1, and this is take 2. Thank you very much for joining me today, crafters, and you'll see me again very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.